first dad. He's your first dad in Ghana, right?
Yeah. So I was going to write this interesting piece about how the police don't really help, they're just peace, but I bet at night his moms can never rest in peace. Then I was going to talk about how the government doesn't really invest in peeps, but they'll build a new prison so their checks increase with the money that they take from my check each week, and the rich get richer like as we speak. And then I would talk about our freedom of speech and how we don't really have it. It's just a lie that they keep to keep us folding while they're holding, like read them and weep. And next week they'll pass the same laws like we didn't speak. And then they'll blame me for not voting, like why didn't you speak? And then I'll turn around and be like, I'm not as dumb as you think. And then I would talk about the reason state testing stinks. How it doesn't test my knowledge, just my test instincts. And then I'll say something like, isn't it funny how we take religion out of schools but then we put it in money? I'll say that says a lot about what we put our faith in. Money is God, so why don't we go and praise him? Or maybe it's the family that needs some reconfiguration, because the family is the base, it's the core, it's the rock. It's been debased, defiled, divorced, mocked. Then I'll say it's the fathers for leaving their sons. Then I'll say it's the Second Amendment for leaving us guns. Then I'll say it's the women for losing their pride, their self-esteem dimming and thrown to the side. Then I'll say it's the brothers for hitting the sisters. Then I'll say it's the boys that turn into misters. Then I'll say it's the nuns, it's the troops, it's the war. Then I'll say it's the liquor and drinking at bars. Then I'll say it's the food, it's the drugs, it's the watches. Then I'll say it's the British, the Polish, the Danish, the blacks, the whites, the rich and the famous. I'll say it's the poverty looming over the city. I'll say it's probably Pac, Diddy, Fiddy, and Biggie. It's probably bigger than most of us can consider. I'll say it's the summer, but it's probably the winter. It's partly the hunger, but it's also the dinner. It's partly the saint, and it's also the sinner. It's probably them, but it's probably you. But now that I think about it, it's probably me too.
My God.